What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Track and Ace. Wow, this race right here lived up to the hype. This one lived up to the hype, bro. Sydney McLaughlin. I did a video on her. Check out my last video. I'll talk more about her over there. I'm gonna concentrate more on Abby over here and everything she did. But what a win for Sydney McLaughlin, man. That was absolutely amazing. If you want to watch this race, man, I have a Patreon now. For those of y'all that don't know, you can watch this video for free on my channel. You probably can watch it on YouTube too. But I got the whole thing, the interview and all that stuff. So if y'all want to watch all of that, go to my channel. Go to my Patreon. The link is in the description box. I'll probably have it on the screen too, the way it's spelled and everything like that. But make sure y'all go to my Patreon. Get familiar over there. Now, Abby also ran in the 100. I haven't watched that race yet. I wanna preface, I have not watched that race yet, but I was made aware earlier that Abby, right before the NBC telecast, ran in the 100 B event earlier today in LA. So I still gotta watch that. I don't know who won. I don't know what her time was. I don't know where she placed. But she also faced Gabby in that one too. So we'll see how everything went in that one. I got a definite explanation for both Abby and Gabby, and I think them running the 100 got a lot to do with it. So I'm gonna go over like both races. If you go to my Patreon, maybe in a couple of days, I'll probably have it tomorrow if I have time. The film study. I'm gonna do the film study for both races. Because I'm going to try to break down what happened probably in both. Because they did look a little gassed here. Like, both of them looked a little gassed. But Abby still came out looking a lot better. But they looked a little gassed. So, let's get into it, man. And thank you for anybody that does subscribe to the Patreon. Because we're going to have some exclusive stuff over there. So, the film study will be exclusive. That will not be free to everybody. So, if you want to see my film study in a day or two, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Let's get to it, y'all. Man, oh man, what a race. First of all, weather-wise, a little bit gloomier than I thought it was going to be in LA. It wasn't bright and sunny. But then I did look at the forecast before I went to sleep. And it did show some clouds. And LA's been getting hella clouds and shit, man. Like the last half year, they've been really getting a lot of like overcast conditions, man. So, and it wasn't that hot like it usually is. It was hot in the Midwest though today. You know what I mean? So LA was a little bit chillier, you know, in comparison. But no wind to really affect the race, which was the one thing that I said yesterday. So we got really good times here and everything like that. And by the way, before I throw, let me go over this. So let me first say this. Like I said, when I was opening up this video, I think I know what happened with Gabby Thomas. Because she ran at 100 earlier today, I think that's why she was a little tired. People are probably freaking out over what they see with Gabby Thomas. And I'm not making any excuses for Gabby Thomas. I'm just saying, you ain't going to see this Gabby Thomas at trials. I'm telling you right now, Gabby Thomas will run way better than this. I know when people was freaking out on Gabby last year when she lost to Jenna Prandini, in a softer field than this, Gabby will be okay. Okay, Gabby will be okay. I know Jenna Prandini also beat her here, and Jenna Prandini was going through some rust. You know what I mean? If I have time, I'm probably gonna do a separate video about what Jenna Prandini did today, because I was actually impressed with what Jenna Prandini did. I thought she was gonna run a slower time too. But I know people gonna freak out about Gabby Thomas, man, and I just want to tell people, please don't, because that's gonna be a mistake. Don't think that this is something that you're going to see at trials, bro. Gabby will be ready to go. She's ready for the Olympics, man. But let's get to Abby, bro. So, the way this race went, man, Cindy got to such a strong start. She had control by the 80 to 100 meter mark. Nobody was catching her, bro. By that point, nobody was catching her. But when it come to Abby ran a great race today. And today was very important for Abby because, like I was telling y'all, she need to come in the top 3. You know what I mean? The trials are almost here. What's it, about 5 more weeks? The trials are almost here. So Abby needed to aim for the top 3 spots. She got second. I didn't think she was gonna get second the way she did. I was just hoping Abby had just came in the top 3. Abby literally was the second best runner in the field today, and this was a stacked field. Let's throw the times up. Look, Abby. So you see Sydney McLaughlin, who was a monster today, got a new personal best. She had never run under a 22.30 in the 200 in her career. In the 200, she's not even a 200 runner, and she made all the 200 runners look like they didn't belong. Because he got a 22.07. And I thought that's what Gabby was going to do today. I thought Gabby was going to get that 22.07 or something better than that. So, but a lot of people were suspecting that Sydney was going to upset today, or at least be in the top 3. A lot of people did have Sydney in there. I got to give people credit about Sydney. And I was not too surprised about Sydney being in there. I said Sydney going to be fighting for 3rd at least, because I didn't think that she was going to have some soft time. And she didn't run in another race like the other runners did today. So she should have had the energy. And it just looked like that's what it was today. I looked like everyone else was a little bit fatigued from running earlier. But even with that, because like I said, at the trials, you're going to be running twice in one day. So, maybe the semifinals and then the finals. And it actually kind of works for some runners, to had their legs a little bit broken in. But because the disciplines were different, it was 100 and a 200 for like Abby and Gabby. That's probably what made the difference today. But Abby still looked very good. I think Abby gonna make this Olympic team. Like, I don't have any. That 22.32 to edge out Brittany Brown was great. And Brittany Brown, bro, she had a great race. I told y'all Brittany Brown was gonna be a factor today. I told y'all. Adeleke was a little bit of a factor, but I thought Adeleke would be a little bit faster than that today. A little bit. Just a little bit. But I think she's right where she need to be at. It was a new season's best, so that's good for her. She still beat Prandini and Thomas. But Brittany Brown was giving Abby all sorts of hell towards the finish line. It was very close at the finish line. Abby's chase down speed, her closing speed was great. That's what got her second. That's what really got her second. Because at one point of the race, so I will say around the point where they got to the curve, because NBC showed the top, they didn't have the camera angle where you could see the actual curve. It looked like they were running running straight. You know what I mean? Because that camera angle they were using, you didn't really see them go on the curve. So some of y'all gonna have to rewatch that race and see where the curve was at, because like I said, the way NBC showed it, they showed it from like the top view, sort of like what they do at Bermuda. They show that top view angle, man. So I'm gonna also try to see if I can get anybody who got any fan footage and put that on Patreon as well, and we can see a different angle. Because Abby at one point looked like she was in 4th, but her start was still very good today. Like, I thought her start was actually pretty good today. She was right in the mix, but it looked like she was in 4th at one point. I'm not sure. I gotta go back and watch it. But it looked like she was in 4th at one point. Then she pulled up to 3rd, and it was basically her and Brittany Brown. I saw Adeleke look like she was doing pretty good at one point too. But Abby was right there, man. She wasn't going to catch Sydney, but she was right there. And somehow, some way at the end, she did a great job closing it. And this is why I said I think Abby's going to make the team, because of what she did at the end of the race. She knows how to lean in and get that win, bro. This reminded me, you know what this reminded me of? Not as fast, nowhere near as fast. But this reminded me of when Abby Steiner went against, I think it was Tamara Clark, a couple of years ago at Nationals, where they would like, bro, it was so fucking close between those two. And this reminded me of that, man. This was a great race between Abby Steiner and Brittany Brown. Brittany Brown getting 3rd, bro. It's going to be, man, I'm telling you right now, man, I don't even know if it's a lock for Sha'Carri to make this team, man. I'm kind of changing that right now, because it's some people like Brittany Brown in here. Tamari Davis still, she going to be in here. Tamara Clark probably going to be in here, man. Jenna Prandini, the way she looked today, she might have something to say too. She's older, so she, I don't know if this is gonna be her last Olympics that she tried to make. She might try to do one more because the next one's at home. In LA. She's a West Coast girl, so she might try to not retire until after the LA run, 2028. But girls are gonna be thirsty to try to make this team, bro. I agree with Autoboto. It's gonna be a tough team to make. But I think Abby got one of the spots. Based on what I've seen, the thing is, I'm waiting for Abby to disappoint me. She hasn't done it yet this season, and what I'm seeing out of her right now, her mechanics look better. Her speed is back. This is a great time because and that's how y'all got to watch my previews, because what did I tell you what time she was going to get today? I said she was going to get something between a 22.30 or 22.40. She was going to be somewhere in that area. I had a feeling about it. Because I think she needs a few more races under her before you see her back under 22 flat. Trust me, Abby's going to reach that. I don't think we're going to see it until trials though. But I don't know if we'll see that. I don't think we're gonna see it at New York Grand Prix. I think she really is gonna wait until trials to unleash her best speed of the season. But right here, this was great because this actually last year, because I think Jenna Prandini was in the 22.30s. If she was in the field last year, she would have won this race. Last year, I think she would have beat Jenna Prandini last year. So she's right where she needed to be with that time. It was just enough. All she needed to do was get more than a 22.45 to get in the top three, because that's what Adeleke got. But Brittany Brown, I think the story for me was Brittany Brown today. Brittany Brown is a contender to make this team, man. Brittany Brown looks a lot more better to me than Kayla White did last year getting this. You know what I mean? I would love it if Brittany Brown did make this team, because she's so fast. And let me tell you something. That's what Abby Steiner needs. Abby Steiner needs that at trial. She needs somebody pushing her for that third spot. If she doesn't come in second, she needs somebody to get that. Now, realistically, when we're looking at this with her and Gabby Thomas, man, I'm telling you, Gabby Thomas gonna run a lot better than this. I think Gabby Thomas running that 100 earlier tired her down. I think that's what happened. And for whatever reason, this track surface it ain't good for Gabby Thomas. For whatever reason, the last 2 years. Jenna Prandini beat her at the same LA Grand Prix, man. So, I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with that, too. But I heard she did a little bit better than the 100, though, from what I heard. I think she was, right in the middle. I think she was, third or fourth. But, like I said, I got to watch the race. I don't know what Abby did. I didn't even see I didn't hear nothing about her time or nothing like that. So, I got to see what Abby did in the 100. But what matters here is what they do in the 200. So, and it might have even helped Abby to run that race earlier, because the rust that she was showing at Bermuda wasn't there today. She looked like she was a little lighter today. Abby is in great shape, by the way. That's all I noticed too about it. That girl in great shape. And like I said, man, this was a little better than expected for me with Abby Steiner. A little bit better than what I expected. But her time is right where I thought it would be at. That's the only thing that I wasn't surprised about with Abby Steiner today was her time. But I'm surprised she got in second the way she did. That was very impressive. That was very impressive, man. And I think a lot of people that have been hating on Abby, man, they're going to have some. Look, that injury last year, that shit, you could throw that shit away, bro. You can throw that away, because that validates that she was injured. Because I'm going to tell you what, if this was last year, bro, I think she'd be down there with Jenna and Gabby. I honestly do. I think she would have lost to Adeleke. If this was last year, I don't think she comes in second or third. Brittany comes in second, Adeleke comes in third, man. I'm telling y'all. That's how it would have went. Man. But this ain't no real victory over Gabby, man. I know I put that in the title, but it is impressive though. But here's the thing. Before I leave this video, because we're gonna talk a little bit more about this in the film study video, man. A little bit deeper. Like I said, hopefully I had that video up by Monday at some point on my Patreon. So I'm editing this in, man. It might sound a little weird on the audio because I'm just editing it in. I still haven't actually seen the race though, so I can't really break down like at least what happened because I still haven't seen the video yet. But if I do get the video, man, it'll be on my Patreon, man. Not sure if I'm making it. I think I am going to. I might make it for free. I'm not sure though. But if I get my hands on any type of video of this race, because I don't got Peacock, that's the reason why I ain't seen it yet. But the times are here for Abby in the 100, and she came in third place behind English Gardner and Destiny Smith-Barnett. She ran this race right before the NBC telecast started, so it was about a good hour and a half in between both the 200. Abby obviously did it way better in the 200, did really good. 100 is not her race anyways, her or Gabby, but Gabby is the one that's actually really trying to make that team in the 100 from what I heard. I don't know if Abby's going to double at trials. I think she's going to leave this alone, so she got her best concentration in the 200 because that's probably her best way to make the team. But we'll see if Abby does give it a go in the 100 at trials, but I don't think so. I don't think so. But Abby, she got in third, man, 11.32. Now the field overall, you can see with the times, they're pretty slow times for everybody. So it doesn't look like anybody was really pushing it. So I don't think the times really matter right here. But she did come in the top three. I didn't really get a chance to like look at all this, but I was a little bit surprised. Like people like Brianna Williams didn't like beat her. Courtney Johnson, people like that. I thought people like that would beat Abby Steiner, man, when I was looking at this field earlier, because somebody actually told me not too long before I took a nap, bro. I was trying to watch the Caitlin Clark game, and then someone came across my thing and said that Abby was going to compete in 100 right before the NBC telecast started. I was like, damn, for real? So I was looking at the field, and I was like, man, the only person that beat her that I had beaten that I thought Abby would beat was English Gardner, because English Gardner is a little bit older now, 32 years old. I thought she had beat her, but she was the one that came in first. Destiny Smith-Barnett was another person I had beaten Abby in here. And I thought Gabby Thomas would beat Abby, because Gabby Thomas actually had a pretty impressive 100 time earlier this season. So Gabby Thomas just overall had like a very disappointing day when you look at both the 100 and 200. At least I thought, look, Abby coming in the top 3 in the 100, any type of 100, is pretty good. So not only did she come in the top 3 here, she came in the top 3 in the 200, but she was a lot more impressive in the 200 though. The 200 was a big win for her, and that's her race, so she needed to do well in that. But I thought Abby sounded did well here, man. I just got to see the video, and like I said, we'll break it down in the film study on the Patreon if I get hold of that video, man. But let's go back to the coverage of the 200 and wrap this thing up. Abby, as far as Abby and Gabby goes, I got a feeling right now at trials, that's gonna be a lot closer race than people are expecting from them two. I think Abby gonna give Gabby a little bit of hell in that one, but Gabby should still win easily. Gabby should be under 21.6 again. There's no excuse. She got to be under 21.6 again, because she is facing that monster Shericka Jackson in Paris. You know what I mean? And for me with Abby this year, it's just to get the Paris. I don't got any expectations of her getting an actual medal in the 200 individually. It's just getting the Paris for me. But from what I'm seeing right now, they are clearly the two best 200 meter runners. They are. Unless Sydney was in here with them, at trials, but Sydney's not gonna do this race. But Gabby and Abby are clearly the two best, bro. But I really like what I saw at Jenna Prandini today. That impressed me quite a bit. Thought her time was gonna be a lot slower than it was. Brittany Brown was a story to me. Adeleke got some things to work on, but she's looking like she's gonna be a problem in the Olympics. She's gonna be a problem in this 200. I'm telling you right now, gotta outrace that girl. That girl, she ran good today. I thought she ran pretty good today, but she could have ran a little better though. She should have been like where Brittany Brown was at today. Very good stuff from Abby, man. Any comments I got on this race, man, please leave them below. Again, if you want to watch this race, it's on my Patreon for free. This race is for free. The 100, you're going to have to subscribe to watch the 100 if I can find that video. I hope to find some fan footage too. I'm going to post that on there if I find it. Because like I said, the way the angle was for NBC, you couldn't really see the curve, you know, because they didn't have that angle today. The replay did show it, but y'all might want to go in ahead and see if I can find some fan footage, because Abby at the turn, Abby had a way better race today than she had at Bermuda, in my opinion, even though she won that race. The way she attacked the curve is a lot better to me. Because her last 100, she pushed herself. Shout out to Star Run as well. She pushed herself in that last 100, bro. Because like I said, Abby just does better when she can chase somebody down, man. When she got somebody near her, she always smells blood. And that's what she did today. That's why I'm not worried about her at trials, because I think she's going to go in with that same intensity of having someone around her and trying to beat them. She looked good, man. I'm telling y'all, she looked good, man. So I'm going to see y'all with the film study as well. Make sure y'all see my Sydney video. And if I had time, I'm going to do a Jenna Prandini one. But go on ahead and get this video a like, y'all. Share, subscribe. It's looking good for Abby, man. I'm telling you, it's looking very good for Abby right now. Thank y'all for watching this one, Track and Ace.